starting off by saying we definitely take everything that's happening right now very seriously. We're, of course, a gym-based podcast, and gyms are one of the businesses that are really going to take a massive hit from everything that's happening. And families, friends are, getting sick, even losing their jobs. There's serious consequences to what's going on now. But we wanted to take some positives out of a crazy situation, a global pandemic, and there are some positive things coming out of it, believe it or not. So preface with, yes, things are not great right at the moment, but there's some things to learn from it as well. We're back with the Mono Radio. Nick Bedouin, Calvin.
Thank you.
Has taken very good precautions.
The only one actually prepared for this.
Yeah.
Do we have our distance? 1.5? 1.5?
Oh, it's about a meter.
Yeah, about a meter.
Yeah. Everyone's feeling healthy?
Yeah.
Yep.
So far, so good. Okay, so the question that I've asked the boys to prepare for today is give us one positive takeaway from what you've been experiencing in the last week here in Sydney from this global pandemic. Cal, you've got the mask on, so we might as well start with you. That looks very uncomfortable right now.
I'm off. Anyway.
Yeah.
I think definitely change in the working setup. So like a lot of businesses around the world, here in Australia, we were ordered to essentially work from home. It was last Sunday. I got the email. Basically, just don't come in. And
Got an email on Sunday.
Yep.
Monday, don't come in.
Don't come in.
Did you have everything you needed?
Yeah, I did. So I take my laptop with me anywhere, and I think we're fortunate in that what we do, I can work remotely. So that was it. Been working home all week. So that's a good thing for me. Got to spend more time with the family, drop the kids off to school, making school lunches and all of that sort of stuff. So that's been good.
How many extra hours does that give you in a 5-day working week because you're not commuting?
Yeah, because I'm in the city, so for me it's an hour each way.
So 2 hours a day.
If I go in every day, that's 10 hours a week sitting on a bus.
And now you got 10 hours up your sleeve.
Yeah, I do. And then the other big one, kind of off the back of that, is no travel. So I travel a fair bit for my work, and I travelled extensively last year. Really, really tiring.
You mean domestic travelling and even international travel?
Yeah, mostly domestic. Like I have travelled internationally a lot over my career, but suddenly no travel as well, which for me I'm over the moon about. It's like
no airplanes, no airplane radiation, no airports.
Yeah,
that's bliss.
Yeah. And then like I can train more, so I can do more exercise, so I feel good. I'm eating better because I can actually eat at home and plan my meals and all.
So have you been training, because you got a home gym as well, and with those 10 hours extra that you have you put that into training?
Can you see his shirt barely fits?
I've been seeing those rack pulls and stuff. You're on the Dave Lipson program?
No, I was featured on his page. Anyway, I wouldn't say I've put extra time into the training, but I'm definitely training, I'd say 5-6 times a week now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Nick, how about you? Have you had a positive takeaway from all of this?
Well, yeah, definitely. I may touch note. It's funny. For me, it was such a the don't come to work thing. I'm blown away that so many people can so seamlessly transition to a work from home. And even like just
2020
make it happen.
technology.
Well,
so good.
Well, for me, I was one of 3 people who are like, no, you have to be at work.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So for me, I really can't. I can't work from home and be effective at what I do in my like day-to-day operations. So for me, even though I stayed home this week, so I had a sick kid, that has not changed at all. I'll be going to work and working my normal hours, and we have reduced our sales. Whoever can work from home, we've sent home from work. But yeah, it blows me away how everyone can just like that, boom.
Yeah, well, to be honest, for me, I had exactly the same situation as Cal. I got called on Sunday, and asking, hey, do you have everything? And I was like, yep, I'm prepared. okay, don't come into work on Monday. And so I've been working from home all week as well, and seamless. Like for me, I'm almost more efficient at some things working from home than being in the office.
Because there's less distractions.
Way less
You know, in
distractions.
the office, there's always people walking past the desk and they want to have a chat and things popping up all the time.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah. I get much more in a groove when I do editing at home. So I kind of get on this run where I just suddenly have edited for 2-3 hours. Whereas at work, there's even just small stuff popping up the whole time. So for me, it's been a really good change.
Yeah.
Have you had conference calls working from home?
Yeah, I have actually. Yeah, had a few during the week. But I mean, we use Zoom video conferencing extensively already.
Yeah.
So for me, it's actually nothing new. I quite often will have video calls with people. And
What's the difference between a video call meeting and an in-person meeting? Some differences.
yeah, I think they are more efficient because I feel like
Conference calls.
Yeah, or video calls.
Yeah,
I think there's a big difference between having a conference call and when you can actually see people.
Yeah.
Because when you know you're not on video, you can kind of tune out a little bit, or the other people can tune out a little bit. But when you know you're being watched, you kind of need to stay engaged in the meeting.
It's a bit like this podcast.
Yeah.
A bit like this, yeah.
Like podcast.
You can't zone out. You have to stay engaged.
Yeah.
So and then I think you use the time more efficiently because there's not as much
100%.
chitty chat and getting the coffee and what you do on the weekend. There's a bit of that, but I would say it's
I agree. It's way more. You try to be way more concise with information, but then I also find that it's harder to stay engaged for a longer duration. So let's say if we had an in-person meeting and it lasted for an hour plus, you can stay pretty engaged the whole time because you're there with everyone.
Yeah.
But on a video call, after like 30 minutes and there's been heaps of different people going through it, it's like, I'm like phasing out a little bit here. But I've been trying to treat it as a normal meeting, wear decent clothes, at least from hips up. And then not try to eat or anything. I've seen that happen. I think there's some etiquette around having a video meeting, right?
Well, you're still at work. You're still working. I mean, if you're professional, you're not going to be looking like a slob or eating.
Well, we had someone that had a flatmate, and that person was in the kitchen and just rummaging around. You could just hear cutlery. And every time there's a noise, right, that camera kicks in.
Yeah.
And then, so it just like flick between the person calling and then whoever had someone in the background going through all their forks and knives. And you're like, okay, you got to turn off your microphone because this is just going bananas.
Yeah.
But it's pretty fun. I've actually really enjoyed it because, like you said, it's more efficient.
And the technology is so good now, like in terms of resolution, like you can see people really clearly. The audio is super clear. Like it's clearer than having a phone call. So I'm all for it.
absolutely. Sorry, Nick, we jumped
Just
ahead.
my 2 cents on that. One of my positive takeaways from all of this that's happening is how my family, we've just kind of really pare down our food and what is necessary and what our meals consist of. Because generally, if we want to call it pre-coronavirus, big shop. From us, our family is Saturday mornings, go do our big shop, and I meal prep, and we make a list. We have this big sheet where we tick off, we write everything down. We go, we buy everything, we make, we have pretty substantial dinners that we use leftovers, yada, yada, yada. I got 2 little kids.
You can always go to the shop, right?
Yeah.
Like before all this stuff happened, you can always go and grab whatever you need.
Yeah. But now, so this week, everyone's a bit of panic buying, stocking up on, now less perishables, but more fresh fruit and meats and eggs and all that stuff. So for us, it was like this week was completely pared down, like the basic veg and protein.
Yep.
That was it. Like kids would have some noodles if we wanted to because they're still picky. They're so little. But Danica and I were just, some pork loins, some little steaks, salmon, some veg, some rosemary, butter in the pan, and just not huge portions either. It feels like it's all kind of everything is self-scaling to what you have, and just being more conscious of like food waste, not having so much, and really only having what you need. Being even more conscious of that because you don't want to be that DICK who's going and buying 10 cartons of eggs or like hoarding. Being conscious that there's other people out there and only taking what you need.
That's a great positive, really. Like being more aware of what you're actually eating, and I liked what you're saying about not throwing out so much food because you are a bit more careful. Are you still staying keto?
Yeah.
During this whole
And
apocalypse?
it's not so bad. I did have a little egg panic because I do eat. I eat
What
I
did
eat
the
a
shops
carton
run
of
out
eggs.
eggs?
They did.
Yeah, they
During the
did.
week, there was not one egg. That was at Woolies.
I
in
think it's.
Monaco.
I mean,
Empty.
I didn't really want to get into like too much details of this, but I think it must matter. It depends when you go, right? Because just my experience when I went to do my shop, I just been shopping pretty normal, and I usually go in the morning. There were eggs and toilet paper at the shops. So I think it probably just depends.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you come before or after the hoarders.
Yeah.
I think the hoarders sleep in a bit.
Yeah.
The prepper. So we'll see. I have to go to the shops today after this just to pick up a few little, not much. And that's the other thing. I'm finding like our routine of this one big weekly shop has now been school pickups, grab one or two things. After this, one or two things. It's a lot more spread out.
Yeah.
Being more perishables that when you need them, and not having the crisper just chock-a-block with everything.
Yeah.
So we'll see if this sticks. It may just be the new
Might be the new
normal. Yeah, definitely.
The new world order.
But whether or not people are now socially conscious not to hoard and be reminded, I mean,
it's a mix, right? Some people react differently. Like we'll never be able to control everyone like that. But that's a great takeaway. I think for me, one of the things I wanted to mention is same as Cal. I'm now no longer having to go into work. I work from home, and with everything that's going on, I'm spending even more time at my place. Not going out as much. Not that I did that usually either, but. My life before all of this happened was actually a little bit, I had a lot on because I was going on a holiday, which has now been cancelled, but I tried to cram a lot of stuff in before going on holiday. So things were like ramping up a bit. It was a bit stressful. I was dealing with a little bit of an injury. So I had all this stuff kind of going through my head. And what this has done is really slowed my life down a lot, which has been awesome.
Yeah.
Like in the mornings, I'm not stressing to pack everything I need for the day. I don't need a food prep for the whole day.
Yep.
I'm just at home. So everything is just... And it actually took me a couple of days to kind of realize I can just do stuff on the spot. Like I can cook my lunch fresh. I don't need to... Because usually I will cook breakfast and lunch and have it for the next day to prep it all. But I've got so much more time now. It's awesome.
I've been doing that during the week, bacon and eggs for lunch. It's awesome.
Yeah, freshly cooked bacon. It's so good. Yeah. But now you're stressing me out a bit with eggs now, but I think I have a little bit. But
There were heaps the next day. There were heaps eggs.
That's been really good. And try and, like, I took Sean and Tasha's dog out for a walk yesterday, and like I had so much time. I can just, I didn't have to think, all right, let's try and get this done in 30 minutes. I was like, just didn't even look at the clock.
I wonder if this whole part of another, like, what's the new normal is people will realize that, like, that 9 to 5 probably don't need to work 9 to 5.
It doesn't. It's proven that it doesn't.
That cramming, that workaholic syndrome, where you probably you're getting the same amount done in probably, 3/4 of that time or a third of the time. Yeah. And if a lot of people now kind of clue in and be like, just sucked into your day-to-day grind when you don't need to, like...
That's the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people can't work from home.
Yeah.
If you work in hospitality or...
We should say that, like, we're very lucky, and like I said, for me, working from home was such an easy transition. I can get a lot of stuff done from home. But I think, like you said, Cal, it's important to remember a lot of people have jobs where that's not really an option at all. Yeah. And, they're the ones that are getting hit pretty hard with all of this.
Yeah. Even in healthcare, I mean, we've got a couple of nurses that work here, and it's like I can only imagine the pressure that they're under at the moment. And they can't just kind of, have a video call in the morning.
No.
It's a different world.
Absolutely. Some other things that I wanted to go through was what are some of the kind of, people that are ending up on a positive note with this? Like it's not all doom and gloom, right? Some people are actually doing quite well. not necessarily, benefiting from everyone else's disaster, but there are some businesses that have been doing well. And I mean, I work for one of them. True Protein has actually had some really good days because people are still purchasing supplements. Obviously, Coles and Woolies, I can only imagine. I've heard that's the only stock that's going up really. Like people are spending a lot of money there. It's more than Christmas shopping. Have you guys noticed anything that's kind of had a positive takeaway through business wise? It's not like all of the financial world is going down.
Ooh, Cal?
Anyone in hand sanitizer sorts of products.
But I wonder...
there's a whole array of them.
Yeah, but I wonder, it's funny, you think of businesses such as like toilet paper, Kleenex, hand sanitizer, mask. Yeah. But I think the problem is, anecdotally, it's like there's a stock, all that stock is gone, and now everyone's racing to manufacture and refill and get that, which would probably put more pressure on these businesses because they're the only ones.
Yeah, I'm curious about like a company, right? Like Who Gives a Crap that sell toilet paper online. They've been a company that's been around for quite a while. It's the toilet paper that they purchase here at the gym, at the Mona gym. Yeah. And, their whole thing for, since their inception has been, trying to be more environmentally friendly, etc. But now they've been sold out for weeks, right? Yeah. It's just gone through the roof. You wonder what the back end of all that stuff is, because people's knee-jerk reaction is like, oh my God, these companies are now killing it. Yeah. Like they get all these sales, but I'm sure, like you're saying, it's pretty chaotic behind the scenes. It's not like, their annual revenue might not be that increased really. It's just the panic right now with people.
Well, now they're scrambling. I'm sure manufacturers, wherever they get some. We have a weekly global supply chain video conference. Yep. And that's with our sites in the US, the UK, and in Sri Lanka. And everyone's just trying to figure it all out. And I'm sure companies where you think it's exactly the case where they're going to benefit are just scrambling just to keep stock levels and keep everything moving along with how everything's just shutting down. But
I read another one this morning. Apparently bookshops are doing really well.
Yeah, Danica.
With all of the self-isolation, it's like...
I've ordered books.
Something.
Yeah. I've ordered from Amazon. I didn't go to the shop. But
my wife's a bookseller.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
they
did say.
Yeah.
Not like...
I mean, that is such a huge positive. People are reading more.
Yeah.
Please.
But you know what she said? She's like, the people that keep buying the most books, they're all elderly. They just are coming in and stocking up. So,
Wow. Yeah, that's interesting. I actually did order some more books, and because I've been reading mostly, I guess you can classify that as self-development books, right? Like trying to learn a new skill, etc. I've been trying to find more science fiction or fantasy books as well. Just to break it up a little bit.
But she just asked my wife. I tell everyone this. She she reads a pile of books every week. Wow. And she has she has to be across. It's her job to be across with, especially kids. We were talking about this last night with Ellie. Yeah.
Kids books.
Yeah. The book is a children's bookstore, but they can't just sell children's books, but she's across, you name it, authors. She'll sort out. She'll point you in the right direction. She's constantly bringing me stuff. Actually, I'm sure I've got stuff at home I can lend you.
Oh, yeah. Sweet. Just wipe it down first.
Because I'm the same. I'm the same. I like that same kind of genre. Yeah. So she's always trying to get me to read more.
Yeah.
It doesn't always work.
Home movies and stuff as well. I'm sure, Netflix would be crushing it right now.
Netflix, iTunes.
Yeah.
It's I don't know if we want to digress a little bit, but one thing I've noticed, Cal and I, the whole Whoop thing, Whoop has done like a big, everyone's training from home. And in the States in particular, every CrossFit gym's closed. But everyone is so focused on your immune system and sleep being a big one. Yep. And just different groups promoting sleep and,
people are valuing it more than ever, right?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Well, we put out a big thing about how sleep, you want to boost your immune system. Number one thing to do is get better sleep.
Is that good sleep. What they said? Yeah. I mean, it kind of should have been. That's something that we valued for so long, right? For us, but we're probably a little bit spoiled in the sense that we're surrounded in an environment where it is put a high value on sleeping well.
Yeah.
But I think more than ever.
Same with physical fitness. I think that's again step one to being healthy and having a good immune system.
Yeah.
Yes.
Being physically fit.
Yeah.
It's not toilet paper.
Yeah.
Eat good food and get fit.
Yeah. I think, well, hopefully that's a good thing that comes out of this, right? Because like I mentioned earlier, is that gyms are going to be one of the groups of businesses, among a lot of others, that'll get hard hit financially by everything that's happening. And hopefully at the end of all this, or, you know, when we get out of the other side of the tunnel, people value it more.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think so. And I mean, if not, like, what else do people need to value their health and fitness more than what's going on right now?
Exactly.
Yeah, I think so. So with that, I actually wanted to say one quick thing. I think if it comes to the point where the gyms will have to close, mandatory closure, which is happening where I'm from in Norway. The CrossFit gyms there have been closed for a couple of weeks, and I think in the US, like you said,
and
they're closed as well.
The gym, I know the box I trained at when I was in Canada, because I still follow them on Instagram. They're doing the trainer at the gym live broadcasting
for
everyone at home.
That's good.
That's fun.
And they show it's funny. They screenshot like the 12 people all doing it.
A big Zoom call with people training.
Yeah, exactly.
People are so creative with that. I love that. But I think, what I wanted to say is, like, think about when this all is done, you want to come back to the same community, right? For us, I think 100%. That's such an important part.
Yep.
You know, I think most people here are extremely supportive in whatever happens here at the gym, and we've been lucky to be in training for a little while. But remember that we want to come back to this type of community and this type of training environment when it all settles down.
Yeah, I it's funny. I haven't thought. In my head, I'm like, there's the possibility that the groups. Any business that has large groups will have to be either limited or shut down. And, working from home or being limited to work didn't really affect me, but this will be like a huge bummer. Just as like...
If you can't go into the gym, you mean?
Yeah, fully. And, this is a huge part of, I think, of the people that do come here. It is a big part of their lives.
Yeah.
And, obviously they'll have to make other arrangements and cope with it. It's just part of the whole thing. But I think I'll be a hard hit for sure.
the best hour of your day coming into the gym.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Getting away from work, just switching everything off, having a good sweat out with a few friends and a good laugh. I mean, that's so important for me. I love it.
You just appreciate it more when it's not there, right? The sweet and the sour.
I was just going to say the same. This is another positive takeaway from everything is that I think we all value even more that social connection and the community aspect of something like a gym or whatever you do, right? I think having had another person on my podcast earlier who runs a dancing group, right? Like they've voluntarily closed down already, and they're missing all that social aspect of just hanging around their crew. That's a huge part, and like you said, value it while we can, really, and when it comes back. Absolutely. So what are let's say hypothetically that the gym has to close the doors for a little while.
Yeah.
What's the plans for your training? How will you approach things? Let's start with you, Nick.
Yeah, start with a guy that doesn't have a home gym. Well,
because I think that's most people. We can't all be like Buster and Cal.
Okay, so
have this massive home gym setups.
One thing I've looked at is when I was back in Canada, I was training at my parents' place to mix it up from going to a box, not so often. So I wasn't on holiday, just training all the time. So all I had was a kettlebell then. So last week I was looking at just buying a kettlebell or maybe a dumbbell, just 2 bits of equipment that I don't have a lot of space. I don't have the space to do it. So I just need 2.
You can just go down to Apex Park.
Yeah, 2 simple bits of equipment with the skip rope, and off you go. And I think that I can manage that. That for me, small investment. I'll have 2 kind of implements that I can move around and get the bulk of what I need to get done. Done.
What program will you follow?
Don't know. Well, the home WOD potentially.
Yeah,
whatever they have.
The Mona Gym. Have a home workout already running.
But God, there's so many on Instagram. Morning Chalk Up has them every day. Comp Train has them every day.
Street parking is huge.
Yeah, everyone's got
released
them.
a whole bunch of home workouts. Pat Sherwood.
Yeah, Pat Sherwood every day. Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
He released
Morning
like
Chalk Up.
30 on his Instagram. People have just been frothing.
It's not difficult to find a home workout on social right now.
Exactly.
But are you going to pick one and stick with one, or are you going to just cherry pick every day?
Cherry pick. I'll have to suit the implements that I have.
Oh, yeah.
But, going back to Cal and I have also been swimming and running and using the beach pool. And that this summer has become a bigger part of my overall fitness. So I did that on Friday. Instead of coming and training, I was booked in for 5. I canned it, went to lunch, did our little Sunday workout at lunchtime, kind of in the back of my head thinking this is probably going to become a bit more of a routine if the gym has to get shut down for a little bit. So we're pretty lucky being so close.
Yeah, you live super close, and you can pick your times when it's not a lot of people around there either.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Yeah, weekdays will be pretty quiet.
Yeah.
Cal, how about you? What's your contingency plan? And
I'm fortunate in that I have been building up a small home gym over the past few years. So I've got somewhere to go and train. But that said, I look at this as an opportunity to mix up the training. So like Nick said, get outdoors. For me, I haven't been doing much running lately. I had a bit of a knee issue last year. The knee's kind of starting to come good again. So now it's a chance to, all right, I'll get back into running. So maybe I'll do 1 or 2 runs every week. So I think just try and mix it up as much as possible. And once again, what's the best thing I can take from that is just to, I don't know, do something different.
Yeah. What program are you following at the home gym?
It depends. Yeah, at the moment,
does it depend? I thought you
does not depend.
It does. I've been through a couple. I follow the CrossFit program here in the gym, for CrossFit.
Yeah.
When I'm training at home, it's for a slightly different purpose. So I do.
You're amateur bodybuilding. Just get out.
Hypertrophy. Thunderbro.
Is the program actually called Thunderbro?
It's called Thunderbro. Yeah.
Oh, Thunderbro. Okay.
Thunderbro.
And it's Dave Lipson's program.
It's Dave Lipson's program. And
is that free?
It is not free, but it's pretty cheap. I think I got a book. It was like $10. It was an ebook.
Yeah, you're just a one-off purchase. He hasn't gone down the subscription path.
Yeah, you can. I think there's a monthly thing you can sign up for, but I've just got a book full of it's 16 weeks of hypertrophy programs. Yeah. But
all styles of arm squats.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm
upper leg workouts.
It's not for everyone because those workouts, I'm going to say, they're as boring as batshit. You know what I mean? It's like 8 sets of 8 reps. 8 different exercises. It is boring. So you've got
How long does that take you?
It can take an hour and a half to 2 hours if I'm not rushing.
Yeah.
But I found ways to shorten it. So I'll do supersets.
Yeah.
So I'll do A1, A2, just kind of make most of the rest time.
Lucky you got 10 extra hours a week now, eh?
Yeah, exactly. I don't think Camilla's too happy about it, but yeah.
Nice.
What about you, Kimbo?
Training.
Yeah.
I am going to take this golden opportunity, which I should have done probably weeks ago, to get some serious rest.
Yeah.
So I have a nerve impingement on my right arm side, which is very, very annoying, and it's not getting better. I'm in I'm coming up to week 7.
Everyday pain?
Every 24 hours.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So actually all of this is, for me, probably been a blessing in disguise. Surf trip to Indo cancelled. That would have messed my arm up badly.
Yeah.
Because I did surf a couple of days because the waves were too good to say no. And in hindsight, that was a bad idea. So I made it way worse. I actually think I'm going to do next to nothing. I might do some lunges and maybe some sit-ups or some kind of ab work where I don't have to move my neck too much because I think it stems from the neck.
Why don't you do
So I'm resting.
just rucking? That seems to be pretty fashion. Yeah. For you, the weighted backpack.
I
don't
don't have a weighted backpack.
And a vest. Come on.
I've got a vest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do some walking and I'll sauna probably still. Yeah. But yeah, minimal training for me. I'm going to take 1 week off and then reassess and then maybe take another week off because it needs to get better now. It's pretty close to getting at the stage where I need an MRI. And then depending on the MRI scan, there's one of the options is surgery.
What about
I really don't want to go to hospital.
Yoga, stretching.
I do some yoga. So this is another winner of not winner, but someone else that's doing pretty well from everything that's happened. I wouldn't say a winner, but yoga on YouTube.
Oh, really?
Those numbers are going through the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you've ever thought about starting a yoga YouTube channel, this is definitely the time. Yeah, there's a couple of girls on there that are huge from before, and their numbers are just skyrocketing. So I've done some where it's just like neck and shoulder based, but I can't do downward dog, and there's some stuff I can't really do with that one. So yeah, good chance for me to get some rest.
Now's your chance, Nick. Start that yoga channel.
Yeah, your stretching routine. Yeah, actually, video work now is like booming because everyone needs to, get their message out via video.
Yeah.
Oh, we're jumping back to who's doing well. Officeworks and IKEA.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Officeworks is absolutely completely sold out.
Home office supplies.
Of what? Home office supplies?
Yeah.
Standing desks apparently sold out.
Oh, yeah,
anyway.
I can get. But I was like, notebooks and pens? Surely you don't need that much anymore.
Webcams. No one, you can't buy a webcam in Australia for 2 weeks.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't thought about that. Because I guess I thought if you got a smartphone or a laptop that's already got a webcam, why do you need
Why do you need a webcam?
Yeah, an external
Actually,
webcam. That's like
have a
1990
camera built
style.
in.
Oh, welcome to my business. So our business is all PC, all Google, and
They don't have built-in webcams as much?
no. So like I've got a webcam on the top of my dual monitor setup at work. So
Oh, really? Yeah, I've heard also more there's like a security thing, right? Because apparently it's quite easy to hack into your laptop's webcam.
Oh, really?
And, for someone just to see everything that the webcam sees.
I thought that
But
was
I think with an external webcam, you can just disconnect it.
I thought that was just like the preppers conspiracy theorist putting the tape over the webcam.
Mate, I've seen people do that. But I mean,
I do. I put one over mine.
Are you serious?
I do.
there you go. You're bagging out.
I mean, it doesn't hurt. There's it doesn't take, it's just like a little
Yeah.
sticker.
Yeah,
Put it
but
on
what
and-
does it? Is it that bad? I
don't know.
Well, so this is
So why do you do it if you don't know?
This is my understanding. It's very easy to access it for the right person.
Yeah.
But the chances are that someone's going to want to crack into Cal's webcam.
Yeah.
Him specifically is very slim, right? It's probably how much
know.
interesting stuff is happening.
Maybe someone wanted to catch a glimpse.
Yeah, someone wants to get the Thunder Bro program for free. Just follow what you're doing.
I don't think I'm the number one target.
Yeah, copy. Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. Well, anything else? We are, as we're recording this, it's Sunday, and there's probably going to be some changes this coming week. So, and I don't know when we're going to publish this episode. I'll try and get it out as quick as possible. But the changes are happening so rapidly, right? I think my attitude is just take it day by day. What's going on?
Yeah.
I think if anything, I mean, everyone just going to slow down and reevaluate everything.
Yep.
One thing I wanted to wrap it up with was maybe some recommendations for people that have extra time at home. That's a pretty popular topic right now.
Yep.
Are there any movies or books that you would recommend to watch at this day and age? And my number one movie has been I Am Legend. just watch anything that has something to do with the end of the world, just for fun.
It's funny you brought that up because I haven't I'm a big movie TV guy and I haven't been watching anything just because of life and kids. Because I was home this week, I started watching. There's a show on Netflix called Ugly Delicious with David.
Oh
Chang.
yeah, I watched that the other day.
Awesome. So
second season out now.
yeah, 4 episodes.
Oh man, I've only watched the first season.
Yeah.
Very good food show.
Yeah,
on Netflix.
not even that's the thing because it's not real. It's food is the backdrop for
the setting.
yeah.
But still about food. I guess. Yeah. David Chang is an interesting character. Cal, I think one of the things you said before we started recording, which is kind of in the same topic, right? Like, what are some of the recommendations to do for people to stay sane? It could be a book recommendation or a movie recommendation or just general advice.
Yeah, just general advice. I think mental health is going to be really important over the next couple of months as we're more restricted in where we go and who we're stuck with. So I think it's good to get out of the house. For me, down the beach, really good. I'd love to go down.
Be smart about it, though. Don't
Be
go
smart.
to Bondi Beach with another 1,000 people.
Yeah,
please.
don't set up towel directly next to someone.
All right,
I think we're lucky. Mona Vale Beach is a pretty quiet beach.
Yeah.
But for me, I like to go down in the morning. So kind of
it's dead quiet in the
6:30,
morning.
7, around sunrise. It's just the best thing. Clear the head, dive in the surf, feel amazing. Sit on the beach for a bit, listen to the ocean.
I think
It's
this time of year, it's even more important. I think these last few days of summer, it's supposed to. There's a change coming today. It's going to be rainy all next week.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely going to make it.
We don't have many golden days left.
Yeah.
The water's still warm.
Yeah, it's
still
good.
nice.
Yeah.
You did one thing that I really liked. You've deleted your Facebook app, right?
I did. Yeah, deleted that this morning.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I think like another tip is just reduce the amount of kind of noise you're absorbing around this coronavirus. Like the noise to signal. I think there's a lot of important information that we need to take in, understand, whatever. And that's being released by the government. So I think there's some government websites, health.gov.au is a good one to go to. I think maybe pick one media channel, if that's ABC or
Not
Sydney
Channel
Morning
9.
Herald, or but some of them are sensationalizing everything.
Yeah.
So
Well, they're another winner, right? The media.
yeah,
They're getting more traffic than ever.
yeah. But my social media now, like I'm still on Instagram, it's 99% coronavirus.
I unfollow friends on Facebook often, but I've never unfollowed as many people as I have in the last few days because the amount of people that are experts on what's happening, but and throwing their opinion out, it's just they go in the unfollow box really quickly.
That's funny that you guys are even. I've been on Facebook for about a year. The only thing I have it on my iPad only is for the gym. And I wish
Group pages,
I wish that the Mona gym page is the only thing I've got it for. Just a check. I wish we could go on a different format and lose it all together.
Okay, so I'll give you a tip here.
Yeah.
This only works on my laptop, so on my computer, not on my phone. I wish it worked on my phone, but I've installed an app called Newsfeed Eradicator.
Yeah.
So Facebook on my computer, the newsfeed is completely gone. It's nothing on the newsfeed.
Really?
Yeah, Newsfeed Eradicator is awesome. Because the reason why I installed that, and this is quite a few years ago, is that for work, I quite often have to use Facebook, or maybe not have to, but I like to use it to check how to spell a name correctly. I work with videos and photos and reference to people and stories. So I would go in and do some research on Facebook. Double check the correct spelling of names. And what I would find is that I would go on Facebook to do a specific task, to maybe spell Natasha Kazmachek the right way.
And off you go
And then
in the hole.
10, 15 minutes later, I'm like, what was I doing?
Yeah.
I forgot what I was like trying to get done, because you get so caught up in the newsfeed.
Yeah.
So I installed that app, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
Because the newsfeed now is terrible. Actually, some of it I like, because if it's a specific story from a friend, let's say in Norway, where it's a little bit more severe right now than what we have here, and I see like their like personal experience with something that's happening, a personal story, I like that. But if I see someone judging this and that, and this is right and this is wrong, I'm like, oh, you got unfollow real quick. Yeah. So get off social media a bit. Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
I think my screen time on my phone has been quite bad though the last few days relative to what I've had before, just because there's so much stuff happening.
Yeah.
So I've been caught up in that a little bit.
I think just pick the times, like the number of times like I'm checking stuff. Like, so I'll check in the morning, I'll check the news website, see if there's any new development, and then I'll try and limit it. You know what I mean? I might check early afternoon, see if anything's changed.
There's this website and that I go to called Gear Patrol. It's just like the dude's website, like a men's journal. It's got all the like the
Gear
boys'
Patrol.
toys. Yeah. It's awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
Anyways, they have this like thing where they like, because everyone's working from home, everything like the last couple of weeks has been in the office. One of the things they talk about is these like the safes that you put your phone in, and how now people in the States,
you lock your phone down.
you lock your phone down so you can actually work from home and not be on your phone. And he had like 3 of them, that there's like different models out there where
There you go.
you put in the thing, and it locks it away and you can't get to it.
I've mentioned this before, but I've locked my phone just through the phone settings from 6:30 till 6:30. So what happens is on an iPhone, you just choose a time bracket where you want all your apps to lock, except for calling and text messages. And then, you can still open it. You can ignore the time limit, but it basically has a time limit where you're not using the phone. That's been really helpful.
But that's just like in the Atomic Habits, you're just putting
one
makes
more
it
harder.
Makes it that harder, and then you But eventually we'll stop doing it.
Yeah, that's exactly where I got it from.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, guys. I think that's enough of the doom and gloom
Yeah.
that we try to make a bit more positive.
Yeah.
Hopefully everyone stays safe out there and continue training in your own little way, however you prefer, if that's at home or at the currently. You're still allowed to train at the gym, but, you know, take it day by day and we'll see what happens.
Cool.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
So guys, stay safe.
To watch more videos like this, you can click the next one right up here. And if you want to subscribe, click the link down here.